Hi, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Andrew.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Caitlin.
And this is the cmu.ptm blogspot.com podcast that we do every week. Read and talk about articles from what we call the Green Page, which you can find again at cmuptm.blogspot.com. And our first article this week is about Katy Perry's line from the Super Bowl, right? Pretty cool. I did not see the Super Bowl this year. I was working, as I often am.
I surprisingly did see the Super Bowl.
The whole thing?
No.
Okay.
He's on
But we rushed back from Trader Joe's to see the halftime show. And I didn't know that it was not a robot until someone else told me.
Yeah, I was for sure. It was a big robot.
Yeah, so the article is from KGW, which is the Portland NBC affiliate, by a woman, Nina Melhaf, M-E-H-L-H-A-F, which I thought was an awesome last name. And it's about the fact that Michael Curry Design, which is based outside of Portland in Scappoose, Oregon, was the firm in charge of designing and building animatronic, but really puppet.
They had human performers dressed all in black, using these big rods to move the limbs. And
Whilst she wrote upon it.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes.
I just wanted to use the
Sure
word whilst.
did.
Sorry.
And they've, I guess, done some really amazing work. The article said that the same firm, Michael Curry Design, is also working on stuff for the Rio Olympics next year.
Mm-hmm. And they do stuff all over theme park worlds, Disney World, Legoland, blah, blah, blah. I worked on something for a Disney theme park for them this summer, which, as I mentioned before,
allowed to say that?
Even that much.
I can't talk about what it was, but yeah, it's, I think it's coming out this spring, late spring. So
I don't think the three of them will tell me.
So yeah, the three of you keep it under wraps. It's a really cool organization. It's one that I am definitely planning on cold calling when I get out of here. Just saying, hey, I don't know what I can do for you, but I'd sure like to do it for you.
You're hired.
Because they do really cool work. I mean, I did, as you know, the video, it doesn't really, it's just a short clip. I don't know, how much did she ride the line? Was it just at the beginning? I imagine she hopped off at some point.
It was for Roar, but she only did about 30 minutes. She had a lot of
Roar
twirling
is
to do.
song?
Roar's
Roar is a song.
You're doing very well so far. Roar is a song.
Yeah.
She sang it once. It wasn't Roar.
Did she sing it?
Wow.
Did she
Yeah,
sing it?
She did.
No, she did. She
Yeah.
really did.
All right.
She sings, man.
I'll give it
And
to
she
her. That
rides
costume
that
was
line.
ridiculous.
That was not very
Ugly costume.
I mean, we could talk about it, but
Pretty line,
I
ugly
think
costume.
Talk about it for hours.
So if you've never heard of Michael Curry, check out their Michael Curry Designs website. They've got a portfolio of their work. They're a really cool shop.
keep an eye out for them at the Olympics next year.
Yeah, we don't know what they're doing because they can't talk about it, as always, but we'll see.
It's two lions.
We do know what Weinstein Company, the film producer, is doing, though. Don't we?
Yeah, this article appeared on Flavor Wire. It's by Mose Halperin, and it's titled "The Weinstein Company Has Sold." Yes, that's correct. An unpaid internship for $25,000. So basically, the Weinstein Company sold at auction a 3-month unpaid internship for $25,000.
Yeah.
Just for
$2,000 a week, more or less.
Yes.
Yeah.
$2,000 a week to work for the Weinstein Company, and it was sold at a charity auction. So a majority of the proceeds will go to benefit the ACLU of Southern California. But weird, right? Like, so basically, the person who, at this auction, who bid on this internship and paid $25,000 for it and won it, will then go to work for the Weinstein Company for 3 months.
And presumably is making contacts and, using it to their advantage, I assume.
Right, but if you have enough money to give $25,000 to charity, why are you still interning? Is my question.
Maybe it was like a gift.
Well,
Maybe.
For
Yeah,
my
maybe.
son. Like my dad made son.
Yeah.
Fine.
I mean, you could say the same thing. I mean, it wouldn't be fair because most of us here are on loans, but you could kind of say the same thing about school. Like,
That's
if
exactly
you
right.
have $5,000
Yeah.
to pay for tuition, why? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
opportunity costs, and you know, to me, a lot of the student comments were like kind of outraged by this idea that people should pay for internships or whatever. But you know, if the market will bear the cost, then you can sell it. Like, you know, somebody paid. Somebody saw that opportunity to work for them for 3 months as worth 25 grand. So why not? I mean, it's terrible, but
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too. Where I was like, I mean, this isn't really injustice. It's more just like, what? Because
It
somebody,
seems
like
like-
you're saying, somebody bought it. I mean,
Yeah,
okay, go
it
ahead.
doesn't seem so much like an injustice as it does just kind of a dumb decision. But I don't know, maybe it's a great decision.
what it seems like to me is that it's, you know, that producing company that probably already has a problem with diversity already is just kind of shooting themselves in the foot even more, I think, by like shutting off the like one sort of free avenue for people to get into that business who might not otherwise be able to.
Yeah,
By like putting a price tag on it now. So
That is true.
I mean, I don't know the Weinstein Company, but I know that Hollywood has a diversity problem in general on the producing side of things.
And you would think that they would have the money to just give directly to the ACLU instead of like exploiting somebody else,
Yeah.
or maybe feeding into this like, okay, people with money or people with privilege can get their feet in the foots in the door
Their footses?
easier. Their footses, you know what I mean? Like it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you can be an intern, but only if you can afford it. It's like, wait, and then this money's going to the ACLU. Like,
Yeah.
I'm confused. You know?
A little backwards.
I don't think you guys get it. Weinstein Company.
Yeah, I don't know. I won't be paying for an internship anytime soon.
just for your education.
Yeah, just for my education.
That's
And I'll be
nice
paying
one.
for that for the rest of my life.
I mean, we're paying to do this for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean
Yeah,
to.
we missed it.
We missed
It's okay. So our next article is called "I Saw the Future," and it was Broadway Con.
Oh my god, how many
Hold on,
cons
wait.
do we need?
We needed one
It
more.
was from the
Now you know.
producer's perspective, and the author was not listed. But I don't know.
The author is the author of the blog, Ken Davenport. It's
Oh,
his blog.
great, thank you.
He's the only contributor as far as I can tell.
Oh yeah, it's this guy.
Mr.
Hi,
Ken
I'm Ken
Davenport
Davenport.
with an
I
awesome
produce
headshot.
stuff, and you can too.
Yep.
So there you
Awesome
go.
headshot.
I don't think he's right about that.
So the article was just about how Anthony Rapp from Rent announced that the first ever Broadway Con will take place in January 2016. And,
Yep. For $125 for one day, or $250. Yeah, I had to. It's funny that the blog post talks about how expensive it is, but never mentions actually how much it costs.
And you're gonna need a budget.
That doesn't seem outrageous though.
So yeah, have you been to a con before?
I am not a conner.
I've been to like conferences, but not like
Oh, you
not
said
like
a con.
Comic-Con.
Sorry.
No, but I do
Not yet.
love whenever the
FurryCon?
whenever, well yeah,
Personal.
whenever they're in town.
Yeah.
Like one time I happened to be downtown getting dinner and I know it's not called FurryCon.
Yeah, whatever it
But
is.
it is furry con, whatever. it is.
Basically,
Might as well.
and like that was happening at the same time as Comic Con in
Oh my
the
God.
convention center downtown. So just all of downtown Pittsburgh was like just
Full of weirdos.
swarming with people in animal suits and superhero
Aren't
costumes.
they like dipping into the same
Groups of people.
people? I feel
Yeah,
like
that's the thing. Like the picture on the blog post is from. It has like Batman and Robin and Superman.
Really unfortunate.
And Wonder Woman. Like yeah,
Doing this.
that must be from Comic Con now. And obviously, since Broadway Con hasn't happened, but I can envision the same sort of thing. Like, what are people gonna come dressed as? King Kong? Like, what's on Broadway? I don't even know. Like,
That was the
People-
problem.
I am not the person to ask.
are
about
people
that.
gonna come as Willie Allman? I mean, what are we?
Really like Wicked.
Oh,
Yeah,
Really
probably.
What?
Oh my god, are you Willie Loman? No, that's my saddle.
He just
paid
looks
for
like
my
that.
ticket.
He just looks like that. But they're gonna have, I mean, so $125 a day, $250 for 3 days for the whole shebang, and they'll, do the same round table-y type things that they do at all these events, I suppose.
Probably in like merchandise and stuff, and you get to hang out with people. And
Informational sessions.
That sounds like torture
it sounds
to me.
awful, but if you're like like-minded people, and
Yeah.
I bet it's fun.
No,
That'll be
that's
great.
the
It's
idea,
not
right?
for you.
It'll be great.
It's like the reason people go to these things is to like be in the presence of other people that like the same weird stuff that they like, right?
Yeah.
That they
Right.
can't find otherwise, except in a million other ways. But I guess that's okay. But not that it's like sanctioned and like paid for by some I don't know. That maybe that's what it is. But
You're so right. I feel like you're the only one with opinions today about anything.
I'm all ramped up for spring break.
So
Spring
ready.
break.
I'm ramped down. for spring.
24-hour thesis writing. That's what I'm doing. 24 hours a day.
Can maybe do it.
Well, should we take a break and maybe Caitlin and I will take a shot
Yeah,
of
could you guys
espresso?
pick up the pace
Yeah.
here a little bit?
Work on it.
I'm gonna get some.
Do we need to do some
espresso.
jazz hands or something?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening to my opinions, and these guys just kind of
Nodding. Love it. Yes.
Again, if you want to read any of the articles we just spoke about, cmuptm.blogspot.com. All the articles are there for the reading. And we'll be back to discuss a few more articles in a moment with our second session. Have a good 5 minutes or so, and then we'll see you again. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.